home from Iowa City, week 3 of the high school football season. Muscatine pays a visit for the second straight year to the west side to take on the Iowa City West Trojans. Hello, everyone. I'm Roland Glenbine alongside Chris Anderson. Chris, a beautiful night for football, and the Muskies coming off a win last week, a heart-stomping win. Got to feel pretty good, but this is going to be a tough test tonight.
It is. You know, I think you said it earlier. You had to win with 100 yards of total offense, give or take. And that's an accomplishment, but I don't know that it's one that's going to work tonight.
No, just 100 yards. That was that's it. It's all they got on offense last week. They got the win thanks to a block punt, fake punt, and a goal line stand at the end of the game. Defense and special teams leading the way, and probably going to have both of those at the top of their game tonight, and the offense is going to have to play better. There's just no way around it. This offense still struggling to get on their feet without their star Ty Kozad. Ty again out tonight. He hopes to be back next week, still up in the air, says he's feeling better, but that's the target date next week at the earliest. So they'll be out there start tonight, and they're going to have to find a way to move the ball against a pretty good Iowa City West team.
You know, and I think you make a good point. You know, I think Ty wanted to be out there last week, and then we looked at it, and obviously, you know, he's not going to be. And so now the question, as you said, becomes how do they move the ball? Do you look at another running back? Do you start throwing the ball? That's an option that we haven't really used much this season. Do you look at trying to throw something out there that, you know, it might not be your strongest avenue, but it might just work because they're not expecting it?
I think you got to go to the passing game a little bit more. It's just 17 yards passing last week and 17 yards on the season. Nothing on week number 1. You're up against a team in Iowa City West that is a very balanced offense. They come into this game pretty much 50-50 in rushing yards, passing yards, whereas the Muskies are about 95% run. You got a young sophomore quarterback out there. It's about time to see what he can do a little bit and maybe surprise him a little bit, play strong defense, and see if he can sneak out of here with a win. You got to find a way to win 5 games this year. That's what we've talked about, and you pretty much, if you look at it on paper, you hope to get the sweep of the Davenport teams. You already got one under your belt. Still North and West are out there. Probably the easiest roads to victories, those two. And then you got to find a way to come up with a couple of more. And basically, though, you know, you got Linn-Mar, very tough team. Right. You got Pleasant Valley, that's going to be a tough test as well. Your other 3 games, you got to find a way to win 2 of them. That's tonight, next week against Hempstead, the last week against Senior. You win 2 of those 3, you can come up with 5 wins. That may be the roadmap to the postseason.
And I think that's everybody's goal, right? Like, I think the entire program, I think the entire community is looking for that next step. You know, what can we do to turn the program that direction, right? To where it's a consistent model of success, right? And I think the only way you do that is you got to get there the first time. And not that it'd be our first time in the playoffs, but out of this last...
It's been a while. That's
right.
Fair.
You know, you've got to get there. You've got to break that barrier. Once you break the barrier, you know what it takes. The kids see what it takes. The program sees what it takes, how hard you have to work, what you've got to do in the off season, what kind of changes you have to make. And then you can continue from there. But until you get to the playoffs, you're not at the playoffs.
A tough test here at Iowa City West. These 2 teams have met up 6 times in the last 10 years or so, and all 6 have been won by the Trojans. They played last year right here, a 42-21 final score. Iowa City West picking up the victory. That was our real first glance of what Ty Kozad could be in that ball game. He had that 98, 99-yard touchdown run and 3 touchdown runs on the night. Yeah, I called it. You can say that.
Actually, what was funny is I was dropping my son off at school this morning. And on the way in, you know, we were talking about coming up here tonight, whatever. And he goes, Dad, was that a 98 or 99-yard touchdown run? I'm like, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was 98. He's like, well, but it would have been nice if it was 99. You think he can do it again? I'm like, well, let's call 98 good enough. Like, I mean, if he gets a 99, great. Like, I'm not saying that, but 198 under your belts, a pretty good night.
That's, I mean, you look at it this way. It was 98 yards, maybe 99. The team had 100 yards of total offense all last week. In a win, mind you, but they got to find a way to move this ball, and we're going to look at some ways to do that. I already kind of talked about Gage Curtis. Comes in 14 yards last week passing, 3 yards the first week passing. You got to find the guys who can get the ball downfield and do some damage and try to find that, I don't know, to find the puzzle pieces to kind of put this thing together. They had the coin flip while we were talking here, and the Muskies will start off tonight on offense. So we'll get an early look at just what the game plan is against this Iowa City West team. The Trojans come in 1-1 on the season as they won their opener 35-28 against Liberty, a very tight ball game in those two rival schools. And then last week, a trip to suburban Des Moines, a loss to Urbandale, 31-17. So that's what West has done thus far this season. They have a quarterback that we saw last year. He's a junior quarterback, played last year as a sophomore. He's kind of cut down on the interceptions so far this season. But this is a team in Iowa City West that does like to throw the ball, and the secondary of the Muskies are going to be tested early and often.
The nice thing is the Muskies have a really nice traveling student section with them tonight. The Muskies have gotten really good at this traveling support function, right? They even carry on their activity themes. I'm guessing tonight is some sort of construction warning theme. I'm not sure. But, earlier today we were out at the high school broadcasting the homecoming court announcements, and they announced the dress-up days for next week. And I have a feeling if you want some entertainment, send somebody out to the high school next week with a camera, and I got a feeling you're going to see some crazy stuff trying to get the Muskies up and going for homecoming.
Maybe we should dress up along with them.
But it wouldn't do any good. We never have a camera in here on us. And I'm fresh out of cameras.
Maybe we should just say that we're dressing up along with them.
Ooh, yes. Yes, we are both, Roland and I are both here in construction gear, bright hot neon from the 80s. You absolutely would not want to miss this, but unfortunately you have to.
We did a little community service on our way down here along I-80, and now we're ready to broadcast some football.
We are, and we got a little bit here from the Iowa City West marching band. Still got about 6.5 minutes till kickoff, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some Muskie football.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Josiah Anderson at Real Estate Resource Associates, Star Collectibles, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine Charities, and a special shout out to Mississippi Pearl Photography for all those great pictures of your Muscatine Muskies.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines, or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
Have you heard the littlest things can make the biggest difference? Every day, bigs and littles are connecting in our community. Their time together can look a little different, but the goals and outcomes are the same. Littles are building confidence, forming better relationships, a sense of belonging, and achieving big goals. But there are more kids just like me who are still waiting. Will you join us in making more matches possible? Support Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Back here on the west side of Iowa City, the band just finished with the national anthem. One of the larger bands in eastern Iowa. Sounded great. Always a great job by the Iowa City West Marching Trojans. And just if we can throw some love Iowa City West way before the game starts, Chris, it's just a fun place to come visit. Craig Hoyle, the athletic director, does a great job, always very welcoming to us and to really all the media, and nice press box facilities. It's just a fun place to come and broadcast a game from.
It absolutely is, and I was actually talking with them about that before the broadcast here when we got here. And I will say this, from the very first time we came up, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, a long time ago. They've been tremendous hosts. They've never had any issues with us streaming, getting it out to Muskie fans. They've been great partners. And I hope they think the same when they come down. And they don't send a media kit crew down to us, but they watch our stream. So, it's been a tremendous partnership with them, and we do really appreciate that.
And the team from Iowa City West about to enter the stadium as the crowd continues to file in here. Just a beautiful night for football, about 70 degrees right now. It's supposed to cool off into the 60s as the game goes on this evening. A lot of excitement here in town. A big one tomorrow over on the other side of the state. You kind of driving through campus, saw a bunch of signs with a lot of words I can't repeat on air from the students directed towards their counterparts in Ames.
Well, now here's the thing. You can actually say them on air. I accidentally may have done it during the volleyball broadcast. And again, folks, if you were listening, I do apologize for my little flub there. It was definitely not intentional, and
Things got heated this week on the court?
No, actually the volleyball game was kind of crazy. There was a point where the Assumption coach was a little excited, and he may have gotten a couple of cards of colors that you see on a stoplight, and so it got kind of, it was interesting, but it all worked out well. And the girls, again, shout out to all the Muskie volleyball girls. 3-game sweep of Assumption, and it was commanding. Those girls have turned the corner, I think, playing with a lot of confidence, doing a great job, all in all. And, I was also talking, totally spinning over to another sport. I was talking with Tim Armstrong this morning at the Y, the girls cross-country coach, and he was talking about how impressed he's been with the progress the girls have made. They've had several girls cut 2-3 minutes off their personal best this season. So shout out to all the other student athletes that we may not get to broadcast all of their stuff, but you don't go unnoticed.
That is good news for sure. Well, as we mentioned, Muscatine has going to take the ball first here. Not sure they won the coin flip or not, but I do know that they are taking the ball first. There was a deferral or not. It was hard to tell there on the far side of the field, but the Muskies will be going right to left in this first quarter and should have a chance to return this kick. The Iowa City West kicker has yet to have a touchback on the season, so it's a chance to have the special teams right away. We talked about a little bit how big they were last week. They're going to have to be big in this one again, and as we talked during last week's game, so close to breaking one. They got that one down to like the 1 or 2 yard line. Now there was a flag that brought that back, but they've been so close several times this year to breaking one for a touchdown, and that would definitely be helpful here, maybe right out of the gate tonight.
And it looks like we've got Darnell Thompson back, and I can't see who's on the far side.
I think it's Cooper Yao on the far side, and Cooper is actually the one who returned that one last week down to the 2 yard line. So You got your guys in place, and we're ready to go. Football on a Friday night from Iowa City, Muskies and Trojans.
Holy cow, there's an earthquake in the other booth. Wait, no, there's not. Oh.
And here's the kick. It's a low line drive. Will bounce and be fielded at the 5 to the 10. Looking for some help. Does get around the corner. There's a flag on the play, and out to the 21-yard line. Not much more is Darnell Thompson.
I have to give you a shout out as a play-by-play announcer, being able to see all that through the smoke.
Well, I think it's baby powder, but yes. Is it
Well,
smoke?
functionally it was smoke.
Yes, the white haze kind of moving through the air, and you can tell there's not a whole lot of wind tonight as it moves slowly left to right. So after the flag on the Muskies, not the starting position that Muscatine would like tonight, all the way inside their 10-yard line, and it's a challenge right out of the gate for this Muskie offense that has been challenged all season. First play, a turn and a give right up the middle, and a couple of yards. Darnell Thompson starting at tailback. So there's an adjustment right there. We'll see if that was a one-play thing or if that's going to be the game plan tonight to get Thompson more touches, and that's not a bad plan right there. Thompson, probably one of your more explosive weapons on offense. Try to get him the ball a little bit more. Thompson will kind of go off to the wing on this second down play. Here's the turn, the give up the middle, and breaks a tackle and has a first down. Nice running on that first down long carry, and that's a first down for Dayton Truesdale. Truesdale had a big week in week one, kind of held in check last week, but comes out of the gate there with a nice carry out to the 24-yard line. First and 10, again, they'll go Truesdale. Truesdale up the middle, looks for a hole, picks up a few yards, not much there. And out to the 27-yard line, we'll call it a gain of 3 for Truesdale. Iowa City West coached by Garrett Hartwig, former Muskie assistant. Has now been in Iowa City West for several years. This is his 10th year coaching on the west side. There's the give to Truesdale. Truesdale tiptoes through the middle and gets up to the 30-yard line before being brought down. A third down upcoming for the Muskies, and might put the ball up in the air for the first time. We'll see. It's third and about 3. Not a bad position to be in here. Third down and manageable. They started this drive back at the 7, have it now up to the 31-yard line. They'll come out in a wing formation. Thompson wing to the left. The give and hit in the backfield. Thompson, he spins out of the first. Picks up maybe a yard. That'll be short of the first down, however.
Great effort by Thompson, but he had nowhere to go.
Yep, that was read beautifully by the Trojan defense. A little too predictable, perhaps, and out comes the punting unit. On fourth down and 2. Now, they did fake a punt last week. However, that was much more favorable field position.
Yeah, even I in Tecmo Bowl world wouldn't probably do this one.
Snap. And heavy pressure. They get the punt away. It's a short one, and it's right into the west sidelines, right about midfield. So Othmer had to get it off the foot a little faster than he would have liked. And that punt makes it to the 49-yard line, and beautiful starting field position for the Trojans. Jack Wallace, the junior quarterback, starts off from the shotgun. He'll send 4 receivers. This is a West team that likes to throw the ball around. And they're coming out in a passing formation, and lining up off sides is the Muskies. Right here, the left end.
Offside on the defense. First and 10, first and 5 for the Trojans. Ball at the Muskie.
And now that takes 5 yards. It's just first and 5. Just Camden Furness right there, not realizing where he was lined up, was across the ball, and that cost the Muskies 5. Man goes in motion now, empty backfield. Wallace back to throw, looking over the middle, lets it go. He has a man wide open, and he drops the ball. Well, Wallace put it right on the numbers of Eric Caprone, and Caprone, perhaps counting 6 before he caught the ball, drops it. Early break for this Muskie defense.
And that tells you they're willing to go for it. So, you know, if you're dialing up defenses for the Muskies, you've got to be aware that they're not afraid to throw it down the field.
Second down and 5. Again, 4 receiver set. Man comes in motion. The give to the back, up the middle, and close to the first down with a flag being thrown at the end of that play. Cooper Yao makes the tackle. We'll see what the flag is. It's a face mask on the Muskies, so tack on some yardage. 5-yard penalty. Marks the ball down to the 34-yard line of the Muskies. Little different set this time, 2 backs. Now they'll go back to a 4 receiver set. Trips off to the top of your screen. Wallace out of the gun. Wallace to throw. Little receiver screen. He's got some room. Makes one man miss. He's down to the 10 and walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Mason Woods, number 19. Some nifty footwork down the sidelines. Gets the West Trojans on the board just 3 minutes and 45 seconds into this ball game.
You know, I think at this point it's going to be about picking yourself up as quick as you can.
Not the start that this coaching staff had hoped for, but we're early. Extra point upcoming. Trojans have not missed one all season. That one is through. And with 8:45 to go in the 8:15 to go in the first quarter, Iowa City West strikes first blood, 7-0. You're watching the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved. Our new location at 1109 Grandview Avenue offers spacious parking and a large open showroom. Employing experienced plumbers and carpenters, we specialize in remodeling entire bathrooms and kitchens. Imagine the possibilities. Stylish new faucets, sinks, shower units, bathtubs, and more, along with tankless water heaters and gas fireplaces. We also provide complete residential and commercial plumbing services. RIVO Incorporated. Call us for your next remodel.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
Laser precision cut quality.
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Back here in Iowa City, it's the Trojans striking first tonight. 3-play drive, 45 yards and a touchdown. 34-yard strike from Jack Wallace to Mason Woods.
I'll say this, the Muskie faithful over there are trying their hardest for him.
Well, again, another chance for the special teams to do a little something here.
Student section is playing their part tonight. Just
Second kickoff for West Side. Back
So Evan Anderson doing the kickoff duties tonight. This is a first. He has not kicked off yet this season. That had been Adam Salem doing that. So the first kickoff of the game, kind of a short line drive. See what he's got here. The returner standing at their 15-yard line. This another line drive. Thompson will catch it at the 22. Hesitates and now puts the ball in gear and sneaks up to the 40-yard line. Thompson never really got up to full speed on that return, looking for a hole, couldn't find it, but I think the coaching staff will take this starting position all day long. You can get up to near the 40-yard line, much better than the first drive where they started on their 7. A lot of options open now for this offense, starting at the 40. Gage Curtis sets his troops up to the line, and they'll come out of a tight wing formation. Thompson, your wing to the right, now comes back to the backfield. Here's the turn, the give to Truesdale. Truesdale gets back to the line of scrimmage, and not much else. Well, Muskies have yet to put the ball in the air tonight, and the Trojans have had no problem really stopping this run attack. Had one first down on the first drive, but again, now 2nd and 9 here on drive number 2, play number 2. Again, wing formation.
And you've got 9 guys less than 5 yards from the line of scrimmage.
And there's Truesdale fighting for a couple of yards up the middle. And you got to think a little bit outside the box, and right now the Muskies are doing everything that the West Trojans have prepared them for them to do this week. 3rd down and 7. This first true passing situation for the Muskies. Curtis under center. Again, just a tight formation, though, wing formation.
Thompson's up on the top.
Curtis sneaks out. He's got the ball. He's looking deep. He's got a man. Throws out to Thompson. And Thompson can't come up with it as a jump ball. Nice defense out there at the 25-yard line.
But holy cow, that was an aggressive call.
It was a nice ball fake, too.
Yeah.
Play action pass, rolled out to the left. Thompson had a step. Curtis may have wanted to let go of that a little earlier than he did. Yeah. But I like taking the chance at that point.
Well, again, it just shows that you're willing to do it.
Out comes the punting team, and Oathmer again under some pressure. Lets it go. High punt, short punt. Got to get a bounce on this, and they do. The ball rolls down to about the 30-yard line. Well, it bounced at about the 42. Gets about 12 yards on the bounce. And the West Trojans will start from the 30 on their 2nd drive of the night. And you'll take that. You'll take one-on-one with your best offensive weapon right now.
I would say yes. Definitely the most athletic. He stretched the field tremendously. He made him run with them. And I think, if you can make them run with you all night, you've got a chance of doing something.
4 receiver set, trips to the top of your screen. Wallace back to throw again, lets it fly out into the flat, and a nice pickup there close to the first down is Caprone. Caprone had that big drop on the first drive, picks up some yardage there, and now we have a stoppage on, not sure why. We just had to reset the sticks, so there you go, and first down and 10. It is a first down as they got out to the 40. Trips again to the left. This time they'll hand it off, and the Muskies are there. They sniffed that one out back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Actually losing a yard, so 2nd and 11 upcoming now for the Trojans.
2nd and 11 for the Trojans, ball for 39 yards.
Two receivers to the bottom, one to the top for Wallace. Wallace has looked good in the air thus far. He'll turn and give off up the middle. Few men missed tackles before finally being corralled down across the 45-yard line.
Stop by the Muskies, Nikolai Arceo. Gain of 8 on the play, 39-4 Trojans.
So Nico Arceo on the tackle, 3rd down and 3 upcoming for the Trojans. Wallace out of the pistol. Man moved a little bit, and the referees right there caught it, so add 5 yards back on this upcoming play for West. Just a little knee bend by that slot receiver on the top of your screen. Turns a 3rd and 3 back to a 3rd and 8. And kind of takes the run option out of your defensive scheme here. You can pretty much count on this being a passing play. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Wallace out of the pistol. Wallace back to throw. Looks down low. Lets it fly, and the ball falls harmlessly incomplete. Brookhart had a chance to knock that away, but it is an incomplete pass and a 4th down, and the Muskies look to get the ball back here with the punting unit coming out onto the field. Well, that's a big stop. It's early, but that's a good confidence boost for this Muskie defense.
Yeah, I think the last thing you'd want to do is go down 10, 14, nothing in the first quarter. So that's a big stop. It puts them in a position to start winning a field position battle.
Bad snap. Good job by the punter. Gets it away, and a fair catch called out there by Lopez. That will give the Muskies the ball inside the 20-yard line.
Although if they're going to punt like that, that might be a tougher – the field position battle might be a little tougher, but –
that was impressive, too. It was a one-hopper back to the punter. Did a nice job, a little first baseman action there, scooping it up, and gets it away, and it's another long field awaiting this Muscatine offense. First quarter has been the best quarter for Muscatine thus far this year. Not thus far tonight, however. And here's a give to Thompson trying to find the corner. Stiff arm and gets out of bounds after a short gain. Muskies have scored 38 points on the season. 35 of the 38 have come in the first quarter.
I would not have thought it was that heavy. First half for sure. But, yeah, I guess it has been first quarter.
Yep, 35 of the 38 in the first quarter. They had a field goal in week 1 in the second quarter, and they have yet to score after halftime. Here's the turn to give to Truesdale. Truesdale trying to stay on his feet and extend the play. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and a 3rd down and long upcoming again for Muscatine. Well, again, it's kind of predictable on 1st and 2nd down, and this West defense is all over it.
So do you go back to a bootleg play action, something to try and, you're down on your own, what are we at, 18-ish?
Brookhart extends to the bottom, and they give it off to Truesdale, and he's caught in the backfield. Big loss on the play. West all over it as Marquise Rose makes the tackle in the backfield. And now you're punting pretty much from your goal line.
And Othmer is lined up inside his end zone.
Othmer needs to get the foot on this one. They've shown pressure on the first 2 punts. Again, coming. This one gets it away. A high punt. And, oh, no, that's going to be a flag. Well, that's just kind of shooting yourself in the foot there, as that ball was going to not be caught, and the Muscatine player just kind of takes a shot at the receiver who was standing That's, yeah, going to be a big penalty upcoming. Nico Arceo laid out the return man. And that's the call. So add 15 yards on the Arceo penalty. And the Trojans again starting on the Muskie side of the field. 3:10 to go in this first quarter. Trojans on top 7-0. And we're back home next week. Feels like it's been a while. Dubuque Hempstead comes to town.
And the great news is we'll be able to stream that one.
Thought you were going to say Ty Kozad might be back.
Well, I mean,
he's hoping to be. There's the catch, little pitch and catch on the near sideline, down to the 15-yard line.
Never say never, never say always, right?
We're hoping. We're hoping not just for the team, but for the young man, too. He wants to get back on the field as much as anyone wants anything in life right now.
I would agree. There was a couple times I saw him hopping down the sideline there that I thought he really thought he was in the game.
3 receivers set. Wallace out of the pistol. Will turn and give up the middle. A lot of room up the middle, down inside the 10, down to about the 5. Thompson on the tackle, but the Trojans are knocking on the door. The turn, the give again to 35. He's down to the 1-yard line, maybe the 2. As Butali on the carry. 50 yards rushing last week, and he's picked up some nice carries on the last 2 games here tonight. Clock down to about, almost 2 minutes by the time we snap this ball.
2nd and 2 on the 2 at the 2-minute mark.
Deuces wild under center. Wallace gives to the first man through, reaches for the goal line. I think he's short. Again, Arceo on the tackle, and it is short, so 3rd down and goal now inside the 1-yard line. Reminiscent of how last week ended. Wallace will keep it. Quarterback sneak, and unlike last week, this time it ends up in a touchdown. Trojans extend their lead, now 13-0. Little Chelsea dagger after the touchdown, reminiscent of Blackhawk hockey, and here comes the extra point. Up through the uprights, it's good, and it's all West thus far. It's still early, 1:35 to go in quarter 1. The Muskies are down 14-0.
Welcome to the future, imagined by visionaries, championed by leaders, and focused on results. Made real through hard work and a determination to build the things that people count on. Places where ideas are born, where progress fuels growth and strengthens communities. It's work that makes a difference. United Rentals. You're building the future. We're here to help.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program.
Back here in Iowa City, the Muskies are going to have to dig out of a hole tonight, down 14-0 late in this first quarter. Trojans about to kick it away. Again, short line drive. Fielded out there by Cooper Yao. Yao trying to hit the corner. Gets to the 30, out to the 35, and steps out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line. Actually, they'll give him the 40, so not a bad return. And for the second time in a row, the Muskies, pretty good field position out to the 40-yard line to start this drive. Special teams kind of doing their part. The offense needs to do a little something now. This might be the time where you throw it on first down. You've only thrown once tonight. Incomplete pass. Got to do something to shake it up right now because the Trojans have this defense dialed up. Again, tight formation. Now they'll switch off. Man goes in motion. That's Brookhart to give up the middle. A lot of flash and dash, but again, they'll give up the middle, and the Trojans are right there.
Sorry about that, folks. Wrong replay. But that was a nice look at Darnell Thompson coming up to the 40.
There was a lot of frosting on that play, but it ends up just being vanilla cake right up the middle. That's the bread and butter. I get it, but
and I can see you're trying to distract from it.
Thompson splits out this time, and the give is to Ryland. Ryland cut the corner, but gets nailed to the ground as he crosses the 45-yard line. It is a third down and about 4 upcoming. Pick up a 3 or 4 by Ryland on the carry. And now, because it's 3rd and 4, you have options here. You can run it, you can pass it. And down 14-0, this might be 4-down territory with the ball already out to the 46. You can get this to about 4th and 1. Here's the give, and that's not what the doctor ordered. As again, Marquise Rose in the backfield as if he was in the huddle, knowing the play right there. And now you got to punt it away, losing big yardage, 4 yards on that carry. Out is Othmer again. So Muscatine got a first down on their first drive. Since then, it's been 3 and out. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. It's been all Iowa City West thus far. Trojans lead 14-0, and this is Muskie Football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
You know,
Roland Glenbine, Chris Anderson back here in Iowa City. Muskie's about to punt the ball away to start the second quarter. Othmer gets a good foot into this one. High punt. Fielded and fumbled. The ball's loose on the
Somebody's
ground.
gotta get there.
And the Trojans have it bounce right into their hands. That was the first real opportunity right there for the Muskies to get a big play tonight. And they come up empty. The ball goes right back to the Trojans.
You know, they always say there's a couple of plays that could go either way, that you've got to get a fair share of them to get the breaks and get the win.
That was one of them.
That was one of them.
Yep. So what could have been isn't. Instead, it's the West Trojans starting off at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. One receiver each way. The give right up the middle to Rent. Rent gets out to about the 39-yard line.
Muskie throws on the carry. Gain of 2.5.
Brings up a 2nd down and long, just underway here in the 2nd quarter. Wallace looks over, changing the play now. Play clock still only at 14, plenty of time. Wallace back to throw, looks left, lets it go, has a man, and again, a drop pass. And again, it's Eric Caprone. Had it put right on the numbers. There is a flag back in the backfield. We'll check on that, but Caprone, that might have been a touchdown as well, had it not been for the drop, and then, of course, the penalty. So it is a holding on West. That will march it back 10 yards as this Muscatine defense looks to come up with a play. 2nd down and 18 upcoming for West. Trips to the top of your screen. Back to throws Wallace. He lets it go to the back, and that one wide to the right, trying to hit Rose. Incomplete. And now 3rd down and long. Here's an opportunity right here for this Muskie defense to pin the ears back, get some pressure on Wallace. Maybe force him into a bad throw. The offense is struggling. Sometimes you need the defense to come up. As a Hawkeye fan, I'm very well aware of this. Sometimes when the offense struggles, Hawkeye fan, yeah, Hawkeyes?
Yeah, I know. I don't comprehend.
Okay, well, their offense hasn't been very good the last few years.
I know, but
their defense is amazing.
has
Here's the pass down deep, some contact.
Ooh, keep the laundry in.
And, yet the official does not throw the flag. A little contact, not a whole lot.
I think the ball was falling far enough downfield. I don't know that he was really going to have a shot at it. But
we've seen that called.
We have. We absolutely have.
So the defense does their job. 4th down, and the Trojans going to have to punt it back to Muscatine with just 1 minute gone in the 2nd quarter. Well, here's an opportunity. You're only down 14-0. It feels like much worse. But you can get a touchdown on this drive. Cut that lead in half.
Almost there.
That punt takes a huge Trojan bounce, still rolling inside the 30, still rolling down to the 25-yard line. So some pressure, causing a quick kick, but a beautiful bounce for West fans. And another long field upcoming for this.
Oh, and we have a large Trojan in the press box with us.
Do we?
We do. The Trojan mascots hanging out here in the press box for a couple of moments.
Fixing the headgear, yes.
It's always fun to see behind the scenes, folks. I wish you could see that.
Well, we could point a camera over there. I mean, they could if we cared enough. There's a little trickeration, and
I thought I might pick them up when they head out.
Well, that play.
I'm still more worried about swinging back to that lack of offense for the Hawkeyes. And again, had you been watching the volleyball match on Saturday, you'd know that Cade McNamara came out and took care of you guys, Mr. All.
Yeah. Yeah, because he didn't want to be at Michigan anymore.
Ann Arbor West did well.
He's a good quarterback. The offense still struggled, though. They only had 24 points against Utah State.
Yeah, well.
Back to throw, and
uh-oh.
And now the ball's loose, and the whistle finally blows, and the Muskies are going the wrong way.
You can only do so much about play calling.
You know, and they're trying to change it. That first play, I don't know
I was
what
talking
happened.
Iowa.
Okay, I was going to say. I mean,
I was talking. Cade can only do so much for you guys. But.
Yeah, you can't really say the name Brian Ferentz too loud in this town without people giving you dirty looks.
That was pretty brave.
All right, well, now it's 3rd and a mile, and this is not
at all where you want to be.
No, I don't know what you do here.
You protect the ball because you absolutely cannot make it worse.
Here's the give up the middle, and that's not bad. Hang on to the ball. I believe that is Dayton Truesdale.
And, you know, it's asking a lot of a back to handle something like that and try and get you out of the hole that you've dug.
Picks up 10 yards on the carry and gets us back to the original line of scrimmage. Now, last time Oathmer let one fly high into the air and the receiver bobbled it. We'll see what happens here. A below one, and it gets by Oathmer. Oathmer's got to do something.
Oh, not
a little.
I think he literally kicked that out of the air.
It was a little, yeah.
We'll take a quick look here.
Australian rules football or something here.
Wow, that was Jackson Oathmer. That was a really heads-up play just to get that ball off and out of there.
Heroic effort for sure, because that would have been maybe a safety, maybe the ball on the 1 yard line, and instead the Trojans starting deep in Muskie territory, but not as deep as it could have been, all the way out to the 26-yard line. Fire drill ends up on that play, and Oathmer was able to get the ball away some way, somehow.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
But again, West in business right now, as Wallace has 4 receivers going out, looking over the middle, lets it fly to the crossing pattern. Nice gain all the way down to about the 15-yard line. Mason Woods. They sent 3 guys deep, 1 over the middle. That was Woods, and Woods.
So, folks, here is the Trojan that was hanging out with us just a few moments ago.
The large Trojan, and there's the give up the middle. That is Todd Rent. On the positive side, it's been a very quick first half. Already down to 8 minutes to go in the second quarter.
It's almost as fast as a college football game with a running clock.
Wallace gives to Rent. Rent up the middle, spins out of 1 tackle, gets down to the 4-yard line. That's enough to move the chains. 1st and goal, Iowa City West. Trojans go no huddle. 3 receivers towards the bottom of your screen. They got a man up to the top of your screen, one-on-one. If Wallace decides to go that way, instead gives it off to Rent. Rent walks into the end zone. And the Trojans are having their way with Muscatine tonight, now up 20-0.
Mason Woods set the snap. Matthew Kane set the snap.
This is an explosive Iowa City West team. They've shown the ability to move the ball this year. Their weak spot's really been on their defense, as they've given up a lot of points. But not having the problem tonight against the Muscatine offense thus far. Extra point is good. It is 21-0. We'll be back after this short break.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our cut quality center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Welcome to the future. Imagined by visionaries, championed by leaders, and focused on results. Made real through hard work and a determination to build the things that people count on. Places where ideas are born, where progress fuels growth and strengthens communities. It's work that makes a difference. United Rentals. You're building the future. We're here to help.
Roland Glenbine back here alongside Chris Anderson. It's been tough sledding thus far for the Muskies, down 21-0. 7:36 left in the second quarter, and again a chance for the special teams to do a little something tonight. It's been the best part of the equation thus far. That one a very short kick, fielded at about the 30 and taken up to maybe the 32-yard line. So maybe Iowa City West realizing that kicking it deep is not a good idea to Thompson and Yao, and they'll kick it short, and the Muskies will start at the 32. Well, so far the West Trojans have had all the answers to every thing the Muskies have tried. They'll send Brookhart out to the top of your screen. Thompson is your wingman. The turn to give up the middle. Nice carry there by Lopez. He's got a first down. Actually, that was Truesdale, excuse me. 25, not 26. Truesdale, a nice carry out to the 45-yard line. And now they'll go no huddle, so trying to work with some pace here. And again, the give up the middle to Truesdale. This time picks up a yard and is brought down out to the 46-yard line.
Quick shout out to everybody that made it out to the community block party tonight. Hopefully everybody had a fun time. Shout out to Josiah Anderson for the bounce house and going to pick it up.
Nice night for it.
Yeah, it was. It was absolutely gorgeous when we got that thing out there. Hopefully everybody had a great time.
Here's again a give up the middle, and near midfield is Truesdale. Third down and 6 upcoming for the Muskies. Maybe we should broadcast a game from the bounce house.
I know a guy. We could absolutely do that. A bounce house camera? I feel like maybe we put it out like down in the end zone, so it could be kind of like the Ferris wheel out in the outfield sort of a thing.
Here's the give to Thompson. Thompson in some trouble, trying to turn the corner, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more, and now a 4th down and 6 upcoming. And the Muskies not hesitating. Othmer already running out into the field to punt this one away. But if you were going to try a fake punt, this is the kind of time to do it. Down 21-0 the ball at midfield.
Functionally speaking, you have nothing to lose.
I mean, they saw something they liked last week against Central. They might not be getting the same look this week from West. We'll see.
Completely different defense.
There's a nice punt, though. High and bouncing at the 10-yard line. Got to get someone to touch it. And they do touch it. Brought down right there. Well, West taking a chance. Not sure why they get away with it. And will start, though, back at their 5-yard line. And that's the worst starting field position for really anyone tonight. The Muskies had started at the 7 on their first possession. West will start from their 5 with 5:14 left in the second quarter. Up 21-0. And now we'll see if the defense can do a little something here to spark this team going into halftime.
You know, if there is a place to make a big defensive play, other than the goal line, this is it. Because at this point, you can turn momentum and give your offense the boost it looks like they're going to need.
And now we had a flag as there was some movement up front. It looks like it's going to be on Muscatine. So that will give the Trojans the free 5 yards of space out to their 10-yard line. And cut their need down to 1st and 5. Unforced errors. Wallace back to throw, lets it go into the flat, and they needed 5, they got 6. First down, Trojans. Isaiah Lovelace on the catch. Wallace again out of the pistol, has 2 receivers each way. He's looked comfortable really all night, have not got any pressure on the junior quarterback. Back to throw, looking, lets it fly, a chance to pick it, and the ball goes through the hands of the defender, and down the sidelines goes the offender. A big play and a near miss for the Muskies. Isaiah Lovelace.
That's tough.
Turns what could have been disaster. Oh, it looked like Lopez had a beat on that ball. Just outside of his stretched fingertips.
You know, there's another one of those plays that it goes the other way.
Yeah.
It can change a game, and it didn't go our way.
So far, Muscatine 0 for 2 on those 50-50 plays. Here's the give up the gut, and a gain of about 4 yards. Butali on the carry.
By the Muskies, Trojan. 2nd and 6 for West High Trojans. Ball on the Muskie. 36 yards.
Eli Trojan, son of classmate Shauna Trojan. Quick shout out. Class of 97.
Wallace turns, gives to Butali. And he is close to a first down, about a yard shy. Brings up a 3rd down, we'll call it 2. Furness on the tackle for the Muskies. Coming up at halftime, we'll check out some scores from around Eastern Iowa. Kind of recap the first half here. Wallace, little play action, lets the ball loose, has his tight end. Well, nice play action pass there. And Taylor comes up a bit hurt after making the big catch. He'll go back down. Trainers will go out and check on him. We'll take a quick break. 3:30 left in the second quarter. 21-0 Trojans on top.
RIVO Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
We are looking for a 0-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a 0-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing I need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine.
Back here in Iowa City, after the injury timeout, first down and 10, Trojans moving the ball once again. Man goes in motion, the give. And the flags come flying after a short gain by Butali. Holding on the Trojans will negate the carry by Butali. And push them all the way back to about the 29-yard line. You know, this was kind of a trap game for the Trojans. Coming off a loss last week, they have their rival next week. They'll play for the boot against City High, but they have come out very focused tonight against Muscatine. 4 receivers set. Wallace looking to pass, throws it out in the flat, has Woods. Woods falls down right away, down to about the 27-yard line.
That was right about the spot on the field where in the previous game, one of the referees went down. Must be a turf monster there. A layer inside the 30.
Back to throw again. Takes the short pass out to Caprone. Down to about the 21-yard line. Third down. Clock's down to 2:17 left. Right now, Wallace being very patient, just taking what the defense gives him. Sets up a 3rd and 11. We'll send 4 receivers out. We'll see how much he stretches the field here on 3rd and 11. Back to throw, looking, throwing deep, has his man, has a touchdown, and West strikes again. Mason Goring, slant pattern. Again, Wallace has been really impressive tonight. He has put the ball on the money several times. Could have had much more if it had not been for some drop passes by Caprone. But Wallace looks good, West looks good, and it's all Trojans right now, pending this extra point. That kick is good. It is now 28-0 Trojans. Muskies have one more crack at it before halftime. We'll be back after this break.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Josiah Anderson at Real Estate Resource Associates, Star Collectibles, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine Charities, and a special shout out to Mississippi Pearl Photography for all those great pictures of your Muscatine Muskies.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck,
Roland Glenbein, Chris Anderson back here in Iowa City. Glad you're hanging with us tonight in what has not been a pretty display thus far. Thompson will take a crack at it again, fielding it at the 17. Looks for a hole out to the 30. Spurts through that to the 40 and steps out of bounds. Out around the 42-yard line. Another nice return by Darnell Thompson. And great field position for the Muskies. Some good news to pass along in the preliminary game. It was the Muskies picking up the victory tonight, 36-13. So the young Muskies coming away with a W this evening.
And the youngest Muskies head out to Rock Ridge this Sunday. We'll make sure to report back on that.
Short drive across the river. Here's the give to Truesdale. Truesdale out to the 46, muscling out to the 47, and they'll stop the clock. As we have a timeout called by Iowa City West. They want the ball back, Chris.
That's the only way you can interpret that. And, I would hope that we're going to do everything we can to prevent them from getting the ball back and playing.
That's a bit of a slap in the face in a way. It's 28-0 right now.
It is.
And the West Trojans want more. Now, I mean, you can't fault them for wanting more, but at the same time, it's kind of a slap in the face. And if I'm the Muskies coaches right now, maybe you're saying that. Maybe you're saying, hey, they think they're getting this ball back. Let's go prove them wrong. Let's go do something. And hopefully maybe light a little bit of a fire under these guys. Again, West coached by Garrett Hartwig, former Muscatine assistant.
Well, I think it is a kind of a tough thing because, if you're Iowa City West, granted, it does seem like you've had pretty good control of the situation to this point, but you can't let off the gas either.
No. Here's the give to Lopez. Lopez's first carry. He's got the 50. He's got the corner, and he's got a first down. No, and they're just 1-1 on now. We got some pushing after the play. Don't like to see that. Players separated. They're just 1-1 on the season, so they're trying to get their feet under them and get some positive energy going, and they got it going tonight. So maybe just trying to add on and help these guys feel good. Definitely get it. But let's celebrate the Muskies inside of Iowa City West territory.
They're
got a chance here.
6 feet in.
Still 1:43 left in this second quarter. And here's the give. And not a whole lot there. Lopez made the first man miss.
And ran into two more.
Ran into a wall right there. And the clock
again,
continues
their
to
first
tick.
one misses. I guess technically he ran into one. But there was a couple more that came right with him.
Brookhart brings the play in.
I'm not sure. I'm sure we've got some healthcare fans out there watching. The Iowa City West Trojan has some green skin. I feel like we need to make sure that we refer him to the right kind of physician for that because it's pretty pronounced green. I would feel like here in Iowa City they could find somebody that could take a look at him.
Is that supposed to be his skin though, or is he wearing like
tights? I don't know. I think that's. I don't know.
Third down and 6 upcoming.
Just
Clock's down to 28 seconds. The Muskies are not really rushing to try to get points on the board here.
No, I think at the moment it's preventing things from becoming worse.
And now we got a whistle.
And
we got a lot of talking down there. This game is not trending well in the.
No.
Looks like we had a timeout called. So it looks like I think the Muskies called timeout. They could have called it. They could have called it with 40 seconds to go. They wait until 12 seconds left.
I mean, unless he's just trying to calm his players down for a moment after that play.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he didn't like the look of what that play was dialed up against that defense. So,
but 3rd and 6 with 12 seconds left.
You got to find a way to get a first down, take your last time out, and maybe
kick a field goal.
Maybe Othmer can let one go, and you can just get on the board and get some points and some positive momentum going into halftime right now. But you don't have a lot of time to play with. That's why I would have liked to have seen that timeout called a little bit earlier. That way, if you did get a first down, it's just about trying to get this offense right now. It's not really about wins and losses tonight, as you're already down 28-0, but you got a chance here. You're finally inside of West territory. This is the time to be aggressive.
Well, and I think it's a time to get the ball into some players' hands that maybe don't see a lot of.
Back to throw. Looking for Brookhart, still looking. Got to let it fly, and he'll fly it out of bounds. The receiver's not open, and now a late flag. 2 late flags thrown. We'll check on these. Well, he was outside of the box and had a receiver over there. So it's not grounding. This had something to do with the line of scrimmage. And a personal foul. So it is a roughing the passer, but there's also an offsetting penalty.
Now, there is a small potential advantage to attempting to pass the ball.
Now,
if they hit you late.
Is it 3rd down or 4th down? Because the PA announcer just said 4th, but it should still be 3rd, right? Or were those penalties after the play?
Well, it looks like they just rolled it back on the scoreboard.
It still should be 3rd down.
Yep, it looks like they did roll it back on the scoreboard. Yeah.
And now they started the clock, and there's 3 seconds. Not sure that clock should not have started. There should still be 12 seconds left. It was an incomplete pass with the penalties on top of it. The clock should be at 12 seconds, and they have it at 5. I feel like that's a clerical error on the field right now.
Is that, well, and it was at 3 a second ago. I feel like that's actually half a second the way their scoreboard. We're going to try and get some clarification up here in the press box.
It should be 12 seconds left. It was an incomplete pass, but that was the clock running. But it was incomplete with penalties, so why did they roll the clock? I'm asking after the incomplete pass.
Was it 6 at the start of the play? That's what I meant. 6. So they didn't start the clock when the play started. So 6. Okay. Right. Okay. So we're at 6. Okay. Okay. I hope you guys heard that.
So the clock says 5. It should be 6, and I'm not sure that makes much of a difference. As
no. And I think it was difficult because what was showing up there I don't think was entirely what was.
Either way, we got the Muskie offense out there on 3rd down, and they're going to have to come up with some kind of deep pass here. Looking to throw out to Thompson. Thompson, and that ball falls incomplete. There still is 1 second on the clock. So that play only took 4 seconds. 1 second left. It's 4th down, and you might as well keep the offense out here now. So last chance here for the Muskies. And they'll hand up the gut. So, thoughts, Chris? 4th down, 1 second left. They hand off to Truesdale.
I think, at that point, I suppose the only thing that makes sense is you're just trying to get in, keep it safe, keep it under control, nobody gets hurt, head into halftime, recoup, find a way to just start moving the ball. At this point, you start looking at getting the ball to some other players that don't normally see it. Get them some real varsity minutes, get them some real varsity time, and, look at getting some prep before Ty comes back.
We'll find out. We'll have that second half upcoming, but the first half was one you might want to throw away the tape on. 28-0, Iowa City West on top. Halftime show comes your way next. This is the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
Have you heard the littlest things can make the biggest difference? Every day, bigs and littles are connecting in our community. Their time together can look a little different, but the goals and outcomes are the same. Littles are building confidence, forming better relationships, a sense of belonging, and achieving big goals. But there are more kids just like me who are still waiting. Will you join us in making more matches possible? Support big brothers, big sisters.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved. Our new location at 1109 Grandview Avenue offers spacious parking and a large open showroom. Employing experienced plumbers and carpenters, we specialize in remodeling entire bathrooms and kitchens. Imagine the possibilities. Stylish new faucets, sinks, shower units, bathtubs, and more, along with tankless water heaters and gas fireplaces. We also provide complete residential and commercial plumbing services. RIVO Incorporated. Call us for your next remodel.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Welcome to the future. Imagined by visionaries, championed by leaders, and focused on results. Made real through hard work and a determination to build the things that people count on. Places where ideas are born, where progress fuels growth and strengthens communities. It's work that makes a difference. United Rentals. You're building the future. We're here to help.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Josiah Anderson at Real Estate Resource Associates, Star Collectibles, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine Charities, and a special shout out to Mississippi Pearl Photography for all those great pictures of your Muscatine Muskies.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
Have you heard the littlest things can make the biggest difference? Every day, bigs and littles are connecting in our community. Their time together can look a little different, but the goals and outcomes are the same. Littles are building confidence, forming better relationships, a sense of belonging, and achieving big goals. But there are more kids just like me who are still waiting. Will you join us in making more matches possible? Support Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved. Our new location at 1109 Grandview Avenue offers spacious parking and a large open showroom. Employing experienced plumbers and carpenters, we specialize in remodeling entire bathrooms and kitchens. Imagine the possibilities. Stylish new faucets, sinks, shower units, bathtubs, and more, along with tankless water heaters and gas fireplaces. We also provide complete residential and commercial plumbing services. RIVO Incorporated. Call us for your next remodel.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our cut quality center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Welcome to the future. Imagined by visionaries, championed by leaders, and focused on results. Made real through hard work and a determination to build the things that people count on. Places where ideas are born, where progress fuels growth and strengthens communities. It's work that makes a difference. United Rentals. You're building the future. We're here to help.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
Roland Glenmine, Chris Anderson back here in Iowa City. A first half to forget about. It was all Iowa City West. And they lead 28-0 right now. Let's check out some scores of interest from around the area. And well, Pleasant Valley is just up I-380 right now, playing against City Liberty. And Pleasant Valley is on top 21-7. So after that opening week loss to Bettendorf, Spartans looking to go 2-1 on the season. And speaking of Bettendorf, they are about to go 3-0 as they are taking it to Urbandale tonight. The team who defeated Iowa City West last week. Tonight the Bulldogs lead 24-3 over Urbandale. Davenport North makes the long road trip to Marshalltown, and the Wildcats are on top 21-14 at halftime. North Scott leads Davenport Assumption 21-7. Cedar Rapids Kennedy is on top of Linn-Mar, a team that Muscatine will face in a few weeks. Right now it's 20-0 Cedar Rapids Kennedy on top in this one. Cedar Rapids Jefferson over at Kingston Stadium, they're about to go 3-0, Chris, as they lead Des Moines North 35-0 in the third quarter. That's a pretty good football team right there. Now they're playing not a great team in Des Moines North tonight, and they also played Marshalltown last week. But you can't really control who you're playing. All you control is what you do. And the Jefferson Jayhawks are about to go 3-0, up 35-0 tonight.
You know, that definitely puts a little bit of perspective on that first game for us. And, you know, I will say this. They definitely did not look like a team that had lost 26 straight, especially when you looked at how their coaches were reacting to some of their longer pass plays, to things like that. They were really expecting their kids to complete those and just weren't quite getting there. So you start making a couple of those, it changes programs.
It's a fun team to watch. They do some fun things, and it's a team that you can't help, now that we're done with them, you can't help but cheer for them the rest of the way because, well, that program needs some love. It's been a long few years for those kids who hung with the program in losing times. It's fun to see them winning now. And, again, Jefferson about to go 3-0. And it's also good for Muscatine because, again, if they can find a way to win 4 or 5 games this year, you want your opponents winning because that helps your RPI and that helps your chance to get into the playoffs. Even at 4-5, if you have enough of your opponents win games, you got a chance. And so far, I mean, coming into tonight, Muscatine's opponents were 11-8, so above 500, which is nice to see if they can keep that trend going. It's no problem with the Muskie student section. They're having fun regardless, right?
Again, you know, and I'm not sure, but I think I see some kids that we do some regular work with, Caleb Carlson, a couple of the Muskie. I think I even see a couple of the volleyball players there. So thank you, Muskies, for traveling. We appreciate the entertainment, if nothing else.
Yes, we definitely do. And one more score to report, one of interest here in Iowa City. They're playing for the Little Cy Hawk Trophy tonight in Ames, and it's all tied up between City High and Ames 14-14. And, of course, tomorrow, college football, the big one in the state of Iowa. Iowa and Iowa State will face off in Ames, and it could be crazy up there, as it always is. 60,000 fans. You got 3 political candidates in the stadium. I would not want to try to be getting in or out of that stadium tomorrow.
It's a 2:30 kickoff?
2:30 kickoff.
Huh. I didn't know there were any other games at 2:30.
Yeah, well, they're playing it at 2:30, national television, and it's funny because I got a good friend, Brian Stocking. He works at WQAD on Friday nights, works as an assistant, as a substitute teacher with the Davenport school system. But anyway, you see him Friday nights on the Score on WQAD. He's a big Iowa State fan. He went to their opening game, and he's also a big get off my yard kind of guy. Like, if you follow him on Twitter, he is like the oldest 40-something-year-old person, you've ever seen. And he was tweeting, complaining about how it took him 45 minutes to move 500 yards in the parking lot. So can't wait to follow his tweets after that game tomorrow.
I got to tell him I'd be right there with him on that. I would probably be the guy who just decided to start honking, flashing my lights, pretending to be a police officer undercover or something to get out of there.
Yeah, so can't wait for that one tomorrow. And speaking of what we got going on here, we'll see what we got to just generate something positive. You're down 28-0. This is not really about wins and losing right now, this game. It's about trying to get some positive momentum, maybe stick someone in a spot they haven't been yet, and maybe you find something. You hope to get Ty back next week. And it's what it is. This offense and this team becomes a whole different team when he's out there. That kid is that special. But you don't want him to rush back either if he's not 100%. You can't do that. That's a tricky injury, that hamstring strain. If you try coming back too quick, you re-aggravate it, your season's done.
Right.
So they got a great training staff at Muscatine High School, and he's got great doctors and loving parents, and they all have the interest of that, and the coaching staff, they have the interest of the young man before any team interest, of course.
Of course, shout out to Miss Calvert, who is absolutely, as you said, a tremendous trainer. And, one of the great things is every time you see her tootling around the MHS campus on her cart, she always waves.
Does she always give you a chicken sandwich?
She does not.
See, that's the next level right there.
She does not.
Can't find many people who do that in life. But getting back to my point is you hope he's back next week, but if he's not 100%,
you don't want him to come back.
No.
You can't risk, a potential college career. You can't risk anything like that for one game in the middle of a senior season. As much as you want to do it, as much as you want to try and attack Nimley's career rushing record, you just can't do it.
No. And he'll get that record, hopefully. He'll be back. If it's not next week, it'll be the week after or the week after that. He'll be back. This team just needs to find a way to move the ball without what really is one of the best running backs in the state. Well, they'll kick it off and start here in the second half, trailing 28-0. Want to thank all of you who have stuck around. Continue to watch us here tonight on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network, as we hope to see the tide turn here in half number 2. The weather's kind of turned. It's got a little chilly up here.
And yet there's still Kona ice here.
There's the kick. Bounces. That's a free ball. Chance to get on it, but it rolls out of bounds. Well, that's not really what the Iowa City West coaches wanted to see from their players. He just kind of let that ball bounce around the 5. That's a free ball right there. If you're able to run down there and get on it, that could have been a big play. Instead, it is a penalty as the ball did roll out of bounds, and that will give Iowa City West great field position once again, starting out at the 35-yard line. We'll see what adjustments were made at halftime. We'll see a little bit of what these young men are made out of right now. Who steps up? Wallace still throwing, throws it out to Woods. Woods gets hammered. I think that was Dayton Truesdale laying down the wood.
It absolutely was, Mr. Truesdale.
There you go. Take some frustration out on the other team. So a gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8 upcoming.
Well, you know, maybe it's a thing. Maybe we can wear them down. Keep hitting them hard enough, wear them down. Outlast, outwit, outplay.
Here's the throw, wide open is Woods. Woods makes 2 men miss. He picks up a block and has it on the wrong side of the 50-yard line. Into Muskie territory, down to the 47. And Cooper Yao a little slow to get up. He does get up. Will they let him stay in the game? They stopped the clock for him, so Yao will have to exit for one play. Three receivers set. Wallace out of the pistol. Wallace gives it off. And a lot of room right there up the middle. Nice gain. First down, Iowa City West, 14 yards on the carry. And they'll go right back to the young man this time. Not a whole lot of room. 2 yards for Todd Rent. Sawyer Zek among the Muskies on the tackle. And 2nd down and 8 upcoming now. Trip set to the top of your screen. Wallace awaits the snap. He'll throw it. Little receiver screen. We have a flag thrown back on the near side of the field away from the ball. 4-yard reception on the play to Mason Goring. We'll see what the flag's all about now. They're pointing at the Muskie huddle. And now he's pointing at the West huddle. He's doing a lot of hand talking. We'll just wait. Again, that first half, we had a lot of anger out there, and you're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct call right now on both sides, and I think that's kind of a spillover from what we saw in the first half. Because there was a lot of talking, a lot of pushing out there, and you'll get that sometimes in games with big score differentials as the frustrations start to boil. So do the tempers. So the officials throwing the flag, trying to stop that before it gets worse. It's offsetting, and it will be a 3rd down situation. 3rd and 4, we'll call it. Just inside the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. Has his tight end, has his legs cut out from under him right at the line to gain. And they're going to move the chains. 1st down, Trojans. Here's the give to Wren. Not much there. Down to about the 21.
Stop by Muskies, Nikolai Arceo. Second down, 8, ball at the Muskie 21 yard.
Nico Arceo on the tackle. Clock down to 9:10 left in this third quarter. As the Trojans just kind of workmanlike moving down the field. Looking to throw, lets it fly and overshoots. Mason Woods incomplete. Well, there's our good friend, the Trojan, back up in the press box.
And now the green skin is peeling off, folks. I will stand by my statement that I think they need to get him checked out.
Well, she is sweating quite a bit. It is a very warm costume. The young lady, the student who plays the West Trojan.
Absolute props. Did a great job down there, too. As the Muskies look to hold.
Looking at pressure, and down goes Wallace. Sack Cooper Yao.
Great job getting around number 72, keeping his eyes on the prize the whole way.
Cooper Yao, he has definitely had himself a nice season thus far on both sides of the ball. Fourth down, and it's in that no man's land, so the Trojans are going to go for it here. They got to get the ball down to about the 14-yard line, looking to throw, lets it go down the sidelines. He's got a man breaking free, and Wallace delivers it perfectly once again. Touchdown, Trojans.
Was that a miscoverage?
Isaiah Lovelace. That was a little pump fake, and it looked like the defender went with the fake, and that let Lovelace just streak by him.
Yep.
All alone in the end zone.
It was definitely a go route, and he went.
(34-0), awaiting the extra point, and that point is once again good, and that puts us into running clock territory as the Trojans now lead 35-0. 8:05 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back with more on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
A zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Josiah Anderson at Real Estate Resource Associates, Star Collectibles, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine Charities, and a special shout out to Mississippi Pearl Photography for all those great pictures of your Muscatine Muskies.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpet.
Back in Iowa City, Roland Glubbine, Chris Anderson. It's Muskies' turn to get it here. First time in the second half, now trailing 35-0 after that 9-play, 65-yard touchdown drive. Short kick fielded by Thompson. Thompson has to get it into the next gear, gets it to the 30, and out to the 32-yard line.
Return of 17. Stop by West High's Jacob Gillum.
Thompson a little slow to get up, but looks like he will be all right.
First and 10 Muskies. Ball at the 32 yard line.
still had that first unit in the game. And again, the Muskies don't have a very deep team, not a lot of numbers, so you don't expect to see a lot of changes. As there's the give, and running into a wall again is Ryland, and right back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopped by Juju Hansen.
Juju Hansen on the tackle.
I really was expecting Smith-Schuster to come out after that.
He's playing what, New England now?
I believe so, yes. If my son was watching, I could ask him to tell us during. I guarantee
he's now in New England. There's Ryland again.
About 95% sure you are correct.
Out to the 35-yard line. Got the first Sunday of NFL upcoming. That was the kickoff last night. And how about those Detroit Lions?
That was, here's the question. Was that an asterisk game, as Mike Tirico brought up? You don't have Kelsey. You don't have. Is that an asterisk, or do they get a legit win out of that?
I feel like the game in Kansas City. There's Cooper Yao breaking free, 40 to the 50, up the middle, 40, 30, one man to beat to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Muskies.
There we go, Cooper Yao. Thank you very much. Thank you. Break it, take it all the way to the house. What more can you ask for?
Cooper Yao, that young man continues to impress, has put the Muskies on the board. And we have a West Trojan injured back around the 36-yard line.
So, want to give a quick shout out to your 2023 MHS Homecoming Court. It was announced today. If you missed the broadcast, it's Giovanni Romo, Sawyer Zeck, Nathan Bovenkamp, Ty Kozad, and Anthony Ash for the boys. And Grace Sorch, again, there's another shout out for a class of 97. Carrie Stein, Mike Zorch's daughter. Avery Schroeder, Gabby Steele, Fiona Glenn, and Anna Bodie, a couple of volleyball players there. We do have a quick little, they were all there except for, I believe, Gabby Steele was actually out of class at MCC during the announcements today. They did a great job, had a nice little break during the day, about 10 o'clock, went out, had a nice pep rally in the middle of the day, get ready for it. And as you can see, there's some, I'm not quite sure what the green guys were, but they're all going to dress up as clones sometime next week. It's going to be an adventure, as you can tell. Now, the one thing I will say here, if you look at Bowenkamp and, actually all of them look pretty good. Kozad looks pretty healthy. Maybe that's a sign that they're going to be ready.
Let's hope so. But I tell you what, Cooper Yao, that was fun right there.
That was absolutely a blast.
And that young man is now walking off slowly under his own power, which is good to see. As we are set to get back underway here for an extra point. Oathmer awaits the snap. It's down. The kick is up. The kick is perfect. And with 6:04 left in the third quarter, it's now 35-7 Iowa City West.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
Here in Iowa City, Muskies now on the board. Thanks to the long Cooper Yao touchdown run. It's now 35-7. And Jackson Othmer will kick this away.
And, you know, it played to their strengths. It was a run that broke.
Deep kick, fielded at the 5-yard line. Out to the 20 and brought down right there around the 24. Good job on the coverage unit, and the Trojans will start way back at the 24-yard line. Back on the scoreboard tonight, the Bettendorf Bulldogs in control. After 3 quarters, they now lead 38-10 over Urbandale. And Dubuque Hempstead, next week's opponent, is winning 21-0 right now against Dubuque Senior. Key city rivals hooking up this evening up at Dalzell Stadium. And Hempstead looks to be the better team this year, as the senior Rams still looking for their first win of the season. Here's a little reverse play, a little trickeration, and some room to run for West, and a nice tackle out there, and there's a flag. That flag looks like it's probably going to be a block in the back. We'll wait and see.
What's up?
As Isaiah Lovelace took the ball on the reverse.
I haven't been here for like 12 years.
Got out to about the 31. Now we'll get the call on the field. It is a block in the back. So up by 28, it's not stopping Iowa City West from going into their trick playbook.
Okay, folks, we have a quiz question for you. We have a guest visiting us. It seems to be a road game thing where we have a special guest visit us in the press box. Iowa City West graduate, but also Muscatine Chamber Ambassador. Also under 5'6". There's your hints. Under 5'6", right? Under 5'6"? You're under 5'6", right? Yes, under 5'6". Anybody out there, see if you can take a guess. You can have 6 kernels of popcorn on us if you get this right.
We're diving deep into the bag of prizes tonight.
We are. That's just what I've got in front of me at the moment.
2nd down and 8. Quick hit pattern has Goring. Goring's knocked out of bounds just out across the 30-yard line. 3rd down now upcoming. And this Muskie defense can hold on this play. Get the offense the ball back, and the momentum definitely swinging on your side right now. 5:12 left in this 3rd quarter. We'll call it a 3rd and 5.
I'm guessing she's live right now as well. Are you live on your own stuff? Oh, she had a. I may have had a camera pointed in my face, folks. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. And now we got a late hit, and a flag comes in, and this is not going to be good for Muscatine. Again, frustrations. Oh, that was an option play, and it was a great job by Wallace keeping the ball as the defense went for the fake to the running back. They get the 1st down, and now they're discussing this flag, and I don't know if the young man, we'll see what the call is. It is unsportsmanlike.
Dead ball, personal foul, substitute, Muscatine. 15 yards from the end of the run. Great push out block by West High's Bluebirds.
Eli Trojan is the guilty party on that late hit.
Next clue for you folks. Red Kettle Fitness.
First and 10 West High, 47 yards.
Back to throw, looking into the flat, has the receiver, and again a drop out there. And is that number 1 again? No, okay. So the West Trojans kind of going a little bit into their reserves right now. Number 47 in the game, dropped that. Not one of their regulars. And a second down and 10 upcoming for Wallace and the Trojans. Back to throw, Wallace looking deep, letting it fly deep down in the middle of the field and overshoots. Loveless. And third down upcoming now for the Trojans.
Folks, we do have one correct guess on the Name the Guest in the Press Box contest.
If we can get their information, we'll get those 6 kernels of popcorn out to them.
Well, here's the thing, though. She doesn't qualify for the win because it's my wife. Sorry, babe, you do not win the 6 kernels of popcorn. But you did get it right.
Did you throw out the disclaimer before the contest, though?
I did not, but she got it right.
Well, there you go. I feel like you should give your wife some popcorn.
I almost said she can get her own popcorn, but I would never be dumb enough to say that.
Wow. A timeout on the field right now.
During
we're
this
going to keep it here during this timeout.
Why don't we let this new magical guest hop on for just a second? You mind rolling?
No,
she hops
that's
on.
fine.
Let her borrow
That's
your
fine.
headset
Of
for a
course.
quick second. Last hint. She is the last person to sit in as the Muscatine Today show host prior to me.
That is very true.
How are you, Miss Autumn?
You have no idea how much I miss this.
Oh, it's great to see you. There's nothing quite like being on the road. And, when we were up at Central, Jenny Wade from the Boosters came up and talked with us for a little bit. It's nice to see a friendly face in a press box that's got a lot of green in it.
What's most hilarious, too, is, I graduated from Iowa City West in 2011. And so watching this is I'm torn. I'm so torn right now, but I know I have to support my Muskies.
Yeah, absolutely. And as they trot back out onto the field, it is 3rd and 10 on the 47. So, Autumn, do you have anything cool coming up?
You know what? Honestly, so if you guys didn't know this, so the owner of Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Scott Schultz.
Quick. Mason Woods with a completed pass.
So Scott has officially retired as the golf coach for the boys and girls. And so this is our first time in probably about seven or 8 years now that we are focusing just on
Touchdown, Iowa City West. That makes it 41-7 with 4:07 left in the third and an extra point coming up to put a 35-point lead on the board for the Trojans.
It's so hard because obviously I'm so torn right there.
I can see it
I'm
in
so
your face.
torn.
And I get it. I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, so the reason why I love Iowa City West is because my family has been a part of Iowa City West High since opening of 1968. So it has been, So my great aunts have been graduating from Iowa City West. My mom graduated. My aunt graduated. I graduated. So obviously I am Muskies
Yeah, I mean, you wear purple. You had purple hair for crying out loud.
I
Like,
did.
I
had purple hair.
I
for
get it. I get it.
Yes, I had purple hair for Muskies. I had purple hair for Walked In Oldheimers. But yeah, so this is our first year that Scott has officially retired from Muskies, being the boys and girls golf coach. That we still, it's still a part of us. It's always a part of us. I mean, he's been a part of it for 7, almost 8 years. And being a part of it, it is Muscatine community, and that's what that's the most important part of it.
But you know, you guys also have a young one who's
We
getting
do.
larger than he should be.
I know.
Like
he just started pre-K 3.
I saw that, and that doesn't seem right.
I know. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't. It's not supposed to happen. But yeah, so now we have a preschooler.
Yeah, but you know, here's the thing. It's the perfect time for you guys to, you know, take a step back, focus on your business, and enjoy that time when he's small.
Yes.
So.
And the business is constantly growing, and so that's the part that we love the most is that, you know, we put community in our name. We're Impact Fitness, Nutrition, and Community.
Yes, I did see that change.
Yep. So that is the #1 priority for us, is that no matter what we do, community is part of our small business, because we cannot be a business without the Muscatine community.
No, absolutely not. None of us can. And it's, you know, the one thing that I will say, you know, obviously our business is literally Muscatine. You know, the community as a whole does a tremendous job of supporting businesses like ours.
Exactly.
You know, you couldn't do it without them. We enjoy it. We enjoy, like, all the text messages that we get, and, like, you know, I'm broadcasting homecoming, and I send a quick picture to Carrie Zorch, and she's like, I just saw that. Thank you. Like, you know, like.
Exactly,
It's just cool things that you get to be a part of, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
And that's the one thing that we decided to do in regards to Impact, is that we're not just fitness and nutrition. We have now become a mental fit gym. So we focus on the fact that your mindset and your mental health is the foundation to have the success that you can have. So it goes mental fit, it goes mindset, it goes mental health, has the nutrition part of it. So we focus on we're still continuing on one habit at a time in regards to nutrition, and making sure that you are achieving your goals with the help and the accountability.
Aiden Lopez with the huge run down the right side.
I would say that was beautiful. That was incredible.
Oh, that was I thought it was 26, was it? Oh, I thought it was 20. Pardon me. I cannot read, folks. I apologize. That was Truesdale. I thought it was. You get what you pay for sometimes, folks. Back under center. Now that was absolutely number 25, Truesdale, off the right for about, what, 4, 5 yards?
It's not so easy, is it?
No, folks, I'm going to tell you this.
I think we need to take Chris Anderson's mic away from him.
You know, I'll tell you this, folks.
Talk.
Play-by-play is exponentially harder than it seems. I will tell you that. But holy cow, Autumn, it's been a blast.
I know.
Great to see you.
I love the fact that I happened to be in Iowa City with my family, and I had to come to this game. There's no way that I was going to miss this one.
Seth Ryland, sophomore, off the left tackle.
All right, I'm handing this back so Chris Anderson can have a break.
Yes, I'm sure everybody will be happy to have Roland back after this. Well, what do you think, Roland? Can I fill your seat? No, don't even answer. Just don't.
Here's Seth Ryland again. Ryland dancing around, looks for a hole, nothing there.
Now, see, I do want to make an observation. While I was carrying play-by-play.
Is that what you're calling that?
Well, I mean, it was play-by-play. But they went that way. They went to the left.
They're moving, but there's a flag on the play. Didn't even see that below the massive humanity after that last tackle.
It could be that I am the offense's lucky charm.
And there's a unsportsmanlike conduct on Iowa City West. Could that be? First and 10, ball just outside of the 10, and the Muskies knocking on the door once again. Trying to cut into this 35-point deficit. Receiver off to the right as they'll switch up the O-line. Here's the turn to give up the middle, Truesdale. Truesdale bounces ahead for about 3 yards on the carry. And a second down and 7 upcoming now for the Muskies. Clock continues to run as we're once again in the mercy clock rule. Continuous clock. Anytime there's a score in the second half of 35, score differential of 35 or more. Again, they'll switch up the O-line. West does not move. The turn to give up the middle. Truesdale to the 5. Truesdale brought down right there. And a third down and short upcoming now for this Muskie offense. This is definitely 4-down territory.
I think this is another one of those plays. Not that it's going to change the outcome of the game potentially. However, it could change the psychology of your team.
Receiver off to the bottom of your screen. There's the give to Yao. Yao steps up and steps in. Cooper Yao meets the end zone for the second time tonight.
Great cutback.
Well, Cooper Yao is definitely still giving it his all right now and cuts into that West lead by 6. I'm continually impressed by number 21 and the effort he shows on both sides of the ball every week.
Absolutely. You know, as I was thinking about, you know, at the end of the first half, like, you know, player of the game, at first I was thinking, you know, Othmer, you know, getting a lot of use and that absolute save on their own goal line to get that punt off.
Yep.
But I think that's definitely a different conversation now.
Yeah. Once again, and, you know, he had the big play last week. Did Yao scooping up the blocked punt, taking it into the end zone. Had some big hits on defense all season long. That's a nice piece that the Muskies have right there.
And again, the Muskie faithful over there are not stopping. We'll be back after this quick break for kickoff.
Have you heard the littlest things can make the biggest difference? Every day, bigs and littles are connecting in our community. Their time together can look a little different, but the goals and outcomes are the same. Littles are building confidence, forming better relationships, a sense of belonging, and achieving big goals. But there are more kids just like me who are still waiting. Will you join us in making more matches possible? Support big brothers, big sisters.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering.
Back here in Iowa City, Muskie student section doing the push-ups, 14 of them for the 14 points put on the board tonight. As we have reached the final minute of the third quarter, Othmer's kick down at the 3-yard line and return from there. Loveless turns the corner and gets nailed out of bounds, and there's a flag. And that might be for a hit out of bounds. We'll wait and see.
It looks like.
Oh, they're going to call a hold. All right, a hold on West. We'll push them back. It's hard to see just where the sidelines is from where we're at. We're shielded by the team.
Yeah, even looking the second time, I would have thought he was out of bounds from here.
We'll take every break we can get right now. 42-14. And there's the give. And Rosen picks up a nice carry of about 4 yards. We should mention that thanks to Cooper Yell, the Muskies have scored for the first time in the second half this season.
Very good point. Very observant.
Try to be. There's Wallace the throw and the hit right as the ball hits the hands of the receiver. So did the defender. An incomplete pass. Well, the defense still playing with some life out there.
And that's absolutely great to see. One thing based on some messages that I've gotten, my wife will be getting the popcorn.
Was there ever a doubt?
No.
Third down. Here's the give. Fighting for it in second effort. He has that and much more. Out to the 40-yard line. Marquise Rose was stopped right at the line of right at the line to gain, but kept the feet moving, broke free, and gets the first down for West. As the clock ticking towards the end of the third quarter, stopped on the out-of-bounds play. This time, option, quarterback keeps, the flag is down. So is the quarterback, Wallace, at the 40. And we'll just stop the clock again while we sort out the flag. This game is kind of slow to a grinding pace right now.
That was a nice pursuit by Cooper Yao.
Holding on West. Are you surprised? I mean, that young man is nothing but effort. They should wind the clock, and that might be the end of the third quarter. And it will be, and after 3 quarters, it's all West Trojans right now. 42-14 on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved. Our new location at 1109 Grandview Avenue offers spacious parking and a large open showroom. Employing experienced plumbers and carpenters, we specialize in remodeling entire bathrooms and kitchens. Imagine the possibilities. Stylish new faucets, sinks, shower units, bathtubs, and more, along with tankless water heaters and gas fireplaces. We also provide complete residential and commercial plumbing services. RIVO Incorporated. Call us for your next remodel.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Back here in Iowa City, beginning the fourth quarter. Wallace back to throw. And he short hops his receiver, incomplete. On the board, Davenport North continues to be on the right end of things against Marshalltown, 28-14 as they head to the fourth quarter there. Wildcats looking for their first win of the season. Wallace again looks to throw, and now is in trouble, and he's gonna be rung down. Sack on the play. Big loss on that play. Heavy pressure. It's Evan Frank on the sack. Evan Frankie on the sack, bringing down Wallace.
Which the Frankie brothers are highlighted on next week, I believe. Promo card. Check out the two brothers.
Here's the give. Rant running hard, but not going to gain enough. They had to get to the 50-yard line. 3rd and 28. That brings up 4th down, and the Muskie defense holds. They'll have a chance to get the ball back here, trailing by 28 early in this 4th quarter. Aiden Lopez awaits this punt, standing on the Muskie 40. And now a flag flies. I believe we have some kind of a substitution foul. It's on West, so they'll push him back 5 more yards. Here's a real chance for Lopez maybe to break something.
Get ahead of steam, start running downhill. Only got, with any luck, maybe 55 yards to go.
Well, Lopez standing on his 42 now. Might want to move up a little bit. I'm not sure he's going to get it this side of the 50. Punts away, and it's not bad. Bounces right at the 46, and Lopez, though. And it actually hits a Muscatine player, and that's going to be West ball. This will not be a touchdown. You can't advance that. But it will be West Trojan ball. They're all celebrating.
But it will come back.
It will not be a touchdown. But that's where you're yelling out Peter, right? Peter, get away from the ball. And now we got a flag thrown and another unsportsmanlike upcoming on Muscatine. And that was the verbal kind. Somebody said something. And the official was right there to hear it. And that's what you can't have that, Chris. You know, you put out the effort. You still have guys showing effort out there. It's a mistake. It's, you know, unfortunate. But when you're saying things that are causing flags to fly, that's you got to put the squash on that if you're the coaching staff.
Yep. Because, again, it's the arguing with the referee conversation that you have almost every game. They're not going to change it. Hollering at the other team's not going to change anything. All it can do is hurt you. It might feel better in that immediate moment as it comes out, but not once somebody else hears it.
It's self-inflicted wounds. Undisciplined. Kind of stuff that makes you run on Saturday morning. So after the turnover, here are the Trojans once again having the ball deep in Muscatine territory. Flag flies. Nice carry. That's going to come back, however. That's in that territory of some kind of illegal block. Holding is the call, and again, this game has gotten very sloppy here over the last quarter or so. A lot of flags, a lot of tempers. A lot to clean up for next week. The Muskies will be back home to face Dubuque Hempstead.
Second down, 20, West High.
And there's a nice play, but somehow Wallace has the ball and escapes from it. Down to the 30, and we have an injured Muskie away from the play. It's Sawyer Zek. Wallace throwing some Houdini acts. We actually got 2 Muskies down on the play.
We'll step away for a moment and get you back to the action as soon as we're ready to roll.
Welcome to the future. Imagined by visionaries, championed by leaders, and focused on results. Made real through hard work and a determination to build the things that people count on. Places where ideas are born, where progress fuels growth and strengthens communities. It's work that makes a difference. United Rentals. You're building the future. We're here to help.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
Roland Glenn, Chris Anderson back here in Iowa City. Muscatine players are taken off the field under their own power, and the defense comes up big there. Frankie among the first group to take down the ball carrier. We're down to 9 minutes left in this ball game. And a third down and a long upcoming for Muscatine. Back to throw Wallace. Wallace looking deep, throwing to the end zone. Up for grabs, and the ball knocked away, incomplete. Daniel Robinson was the intended receiver.
Great job by Jake Meyer breaking up that pass, making sure that he stayed in on the inside.
Meyer was right there, got the hand up, and fourth down upcoming. Punting unit on the field. Little pooch punt. Coffin corner is the goal, and that's going to bounce a little short of that. Down at the 15, and the Muskies will get the ball back.
And apparently Autumn has bailed on us in the press box, headed all the way across the field, and has been getting pictures of the students and the cheerleaders. So apparently they are more cool than us.
I'm okay with that.
It's the reality that I live with.
Nobody wants to see my picture. I'm just waiting for you to argue that, but nope. Okay.
No, I'm absolutely letting that one go, sir. Absolutely letting that go. Because, folks, I should be completely honest. When I say we don't have a camera for us, there is literally a camera right in between us, and I could point it at either one of us at any time.
There is. And there's a completed pass, and quickly defended on the play. So Gage put it up, completed it. Not a whole lot there.
Angel Martinez.
Pickup of about 3 on the play. It's a good time to work on the passing game, though. We're going to need it later in the season.
Well, and again, you're right. This is a great time to bounce some of those passes out let people know that you can do it, so that when Ty's back in, maybe prevent them from having 9 guys in the box.
Never stops him. But yes, you're right.
No,
Seth
I mean-
Ryland gets the first down there.
No, I mean not let the other team put
Oh,
9 in the
I
box
know,
to try
I
and
know.
stop Ty.
First and 10, Muscatine, ball at their 27-yard line.
Here's the turn, the give. Believe that was Ryland again. And across the 30-yard line, about 4 yards on that carry.
It was, in fact, Ryland.
Several of the West faithful heading towards the exits. They have seen enough. Here's the give again to Ryland. Not much there, maybe 2 yards on that carry.
And ran into a brick wall of about 3 Trojans.
So a 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted right at the 35. Here's the give, and there's a 1st down and more to the 50, and caught from behind, but a nice pickup by Seth Ryland inside of West Territory.
And ladies and gentlemen, Seth is only a sophomore. So if this is his breakout game, what do you think he's going to do next season? You got any calls?
I have no calls on that. Here's Ryland again. Ryland bounces outside. Ryland now ducks inside. Nifty feet on that carry. And he's close to another 1st down.
Mason Goring, also in on the stop. Loudon Van Dale.
It's good to see. I'm not going to put any pressure on the young man, but it's good to see some positive carries.
First and 10, Muscatine, ball at the West High 21-yard line.
See if they can punch it in here as the clock continues to tick down towards 5 minutes left. They continue to ride Ryland, and the defense is Johnny on the spot that time, makes the stop right at the line of scrimmage. Went to the well once too much there. 2nd and 10 now upcoming.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for the Muskies. Ball at the West High 21-yard line.
Full house backfield. Curtis, the handoff to the 20, to the 15, down to the 10. Bulldozes towards the end zone and out of bounds. At the 5 is Angel Martinez running hard.
And he stood the defender up.
He delivered the blow on that, and it's all the way 16-yard carry all the way down to the 5. Muskie's trying to make this score look a bit better right now. There's the give. Ducks inside and not a whole lot. And it's Seth. That was not Seth Ryland. That was PA announcer calling that one wrong. We'll try to get it right.
Oh, you had the wrong spectacles on.
I did. Thanks for peeling back the curtain. That was Bryce Reisenberg, number 17 on the carry.
Former Muskie Minutes contributor.
Here's the turn, the give, and short of the end zone again. Third down upcoming. This time it is Ryland.
Also in on the stop. Kevin Mendoza. Third and goal for the Muskies. Ball for West High.
Clock continues to tick down towards 3 minutes. As the Muskies can smell the end zone from here. 2 more cracks to try to get it across. They'll put the ball in the air and nothing there, and down goes Curtis back to the 10. And now what do you do on 4th down?
I think I probably go for it. I don't know. I think I probably go for it.
Well,
I think the positive.
But do you put it in the air here, or what's your call? Thompson in the game.
I probably would.
Thompson splits out wide to the left. The give is to Ryland. Ryland can see the end zone, reaching. Well away. The referee went down. I think he got in.
Have we still have no signal.
Well, the PA announcer gave it to him. The officials still haven't.
I
think that's a touch. Yes, it is a touchdown.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that sideline judge was part of the washout on the
Poor
play.
guy. I mean, that did not look like fun.
So the Muskies are awaiting the extra point. And they've had the best of this second half. Hole a little too much to climb out of tonight, but this once was a 35-point deficit. It's extra point, no good. It's now a 22-point deficit. Now, do you practice the onside kick? You might as well. You might need it later in the year. Why not give it a try right here?
I think I think why not? You know, they didn't.
You can do it in practice, but actually doing it in the game is all the difference in the world, and it's a chance to get a look at it right now. Well, if you're still watching, we appreciate it. Appreciate you sticking out and sticking with us here on a Friday night. All the many outlets here, the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. We'll be back home next Friday night. That will be nice, back in the friendly confines as Dubuque Hempstead comes to town. Hempstead, a much improved team. It's a team that Muscatine beat last year. But they're beating up on Senior tonight, and I think they're going to be 3-0 coming to town.
That would be a significantly different perspective than what it was with them last year.
Yeah, but if you can get Ty back, I still like our chances.
I do.
And they will not practice the onside kick. Instead, they'll knock it into the end zone. Othmer will help his stats out in touchback situations.
You know, sometimes when you look back at some of the comments, they're reaffirming. Mrs. Hewitt noticed that we had a nice shout out to Bryce Reisenberg, who was a former Muskie Minutes video team contributor that I got to work a lot with last year. And she caught that. It was nice, sharp.
Well, the Trojans continue to put the yardage on a first down carry as the clock now ticking down to the 2-minute mark in this ballgame.
And we should give a shout out to her and the rest of the team that's planning homecoming. They're doing a great job so far, and Becky as well, just with the Muskie Minutes crew. It's a great program, folks. If you haven't ever seen some of the stuff they do full video productions, the announcements.
Do we know what the theme is
for
homecoming?
We do. Did you not watch the homecoming announcement?
I was watching, but maybe not listening.
No.
It was something green, right? You're telling me no? Oh, there's a big carry.
Big carry. So it is an outer space.
Clones, right? You say clones?
Well, there's a
See, I was listening.
Twins Day, yeah.
But sometimes you bring it. It's like broadcasting 101. You bring something up because maybe somebody wasn't watching it at that point in the game.
No. And it was no, it was fun. And I'll tell you this: I don't remember the girl's name who emceed the pep rally, but she did a tremendous job of hyping. Like, if I ever have to be introduced, I want that girl as my hype man person.
And some extra effort put out there.
That was a solid 3-4 spin run.
Well, these are guys that don't get the chance to play a lot of varsity minutes right now, and they're trying to show the coaching staff something. That was Aaron Honore, the sophomore running back, on the carry.
30 seconds left to go.
The Trojans do not have to snap the ball again, and it looks like they will not, and that's going to be our ball game. So shout out to, the guys hung in there and didn't give up. You can say that. They were down by 35 points. Ends up being a 22-point differential, so they outscored them by 13 down the stretch after the game was already out of hand, but still, you like the fight till the end. And you fall to 1-2 on the season, but the biggest game is now next week.
It absolutely is. And that's not just a platitude of, the next most important game is always the next one. This could be a point where you're making or breaking your season pretty quickly.
If you can get to 2-2 and you still got games against Davenport West, Davenport North, and Dubuque Senior left, then the playoffs are a reality. If you drop that one, then you got to hope for a tiebreaker, or you got to hope to beat Pleasant Valley or Linn-Mar. That's the reality of it right now. So next week is huge. Hopefully everyone can get out there, jam-pack that stadium, and hopefully the injury gods will smile on Ty Kozad, and that hamstring will be all good by next week. We'll wait and see. It's a week away. A lot can happen, but that's going to be the biggest game of the year right now. I think we decided that Cooper Yao, player of the game.
I was just going to ask, and I think we do go Cooper Yao, definitely. That's a leader. They were down 35. He puts them in the end zone.
Yep.
Down again, puts them in again, right? Like, that's the kind of kid that you need out there driving a football team.
Yep.
I'll put him on mine any day.
Yep, he definitely showed some heart tonight, and it was great to see, and he's done it really all season. It's not really, it shouldn't be a surprise at this point that is one of the leaders of this team, and definitely came to play again tonight. It's a rough one on that scoreboard. Final score is 42-20, but there are plenty of chances left down the stretch for this Muscatine team. Call it a learning lesson. Look at the film. Clean a lot of that stuff up. A lot of the unsportsmanlikes, that stuff can't happen. And that's frustration. You understand it, but clean that up. And hopefully, fingers crossed. I know Ty wants to be back next week. We'll have to wait and see on that. But if he is, look out, Hempstead.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Roland, thank you very much. Iowa City West folks, thank you for hosting us.
Pleasure as always. Enjoy the college games tomorrow. Go Hawks.
Go Blue.
Well, yeah, who are you guys playing? Like what? Eastern Michigan this week? Western Michigan? Which directional school is Michigan playing?
I'm not even.
You don't even know. That's
no,
the kind
I
of
do.
fan we got right here.
No, I was 99. Well, here's the thing. No, I didn't want to be wrong. I was like 99% sure it was UNLV, but then as soon as you said like directional Western, I'm like, wait, did I miss something? I'm like, wait, what?
All
no.
right. Running Rebels it is.
Running Rebels it is, yes.
All right. Until next Friday, back home, Dubuque Kempstead will be joining you around 7 o'clock next Friday night. Everybody have a great week. Thanks for joining us this evening. This has been a presentation of Muscatine High School football on the home of the Muskies. Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Good night, everyone.
Muskie Sports are brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, RIVO Plumbing and Heating, UnityPoint Health, Trinity Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine, Muscatine Church of Christ, H&J Cards, It Takes a Village Animal Rescue and Resources, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Zach Fry at the Lee Agency, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Josiah Anderson at Real Estate Resource Associates, Star Collectibles, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine Charities, and a special shout out to Mississippi Pearl Photography for all those great pictures of your Muscatine Muskies.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems,